And we're back.
It's been a while.
It's been a couple 3 weeks. Been fooling around.
Yeah, been busy.
Busy.
Hunting season's almost here. I got to get some work done, so I've been hammering down, and I don't have time to post on YouTube or anything.
I'm looking at the rafters, and you've been doing a lot of work.
Yeah, they're darn near empty. Yeah, we got some cool stuff. We got age data back. So for those of you who don't know, I send all the teeth to Matson's lab, and I have them aged, and then I do the Boone Crockett score as well. And I've been doing this the past 2 years and just gathering the data, and it's really interesting and cool stuff. It'll change the way a lot of people's minds think, because everybody thinks, like, you know, if a buck reaches mature age anywhere from 5 to 8 years old, like peak maturity is 6, and then 7 and 8 they'll carry that maturity. 9 is when they start the downhill. But a lot of people think a mature buck is always going to be 160 or above.
Yeah.
And
not the case sometimes.
It is not the case, not even most of the time.
We're going to play the guessing game. I went through a few of these, but we'll play the guessing game in a little bit, because he hasn't told me much of the tooth data. So that'll be fun. But
yep,
the tooth data is kind of fun. It's you know, I didn't realize it till you started cluing me in on it, and looking at the animals and having the opportunity to kind of see them and judge them with the, you know, as a mount and kind of picturing it. It's pretty neat.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. It's like, you know, it's like playing a game. It's
neat. It's real interesting stuff. I get geeked out over the data, so it's fun. We're not going to cover deer in this episode. We'll do it with the guessing game. The deer and the elk, by and large, are very similar with how their horns relate.
Oh, you mean the elk?
Is that what?
Yeah, you said deer.
Oh,
so we won't be doing the elk in this episode.
No, we won't be doing the deer or the elk in this episode.
Gotcha. Okay.
We're gonna do the antelope in this episode.
Oh, okay.
The deer and the elk we'll cover in probably our next episode, because I can talk at length about that, because we could even break that into 2 videos, because that is very interesting and compelling. The antelope is interesting in a much different way.
Yeah, it is, because you've been posting a few things lately on Instagram, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Right?
Yeah. Really? It's
So I try to post them all. I'm not great at posting, but on my Instagram, it's just at Travis _Trzynski is where I post most of it. So you can check out my videos there, but I'll post the Boone and Crockett score with the age, and then a quick little video, you know, like a semicircle of the animal.
Maybe we do some shorts.
Relate. Yeah, that's what I should do.
Maybe we do some shorts. Upload them. It's really easy.
Yeah. So.
While he's been working, I've been playing a little bit. I went to Alaska, went to Homer. That was fun. Never been to Homer.
Yeah.
Never fished Alaska, other than I went on a caribou trip up in the Arctic Circle, up in the Brooks Range, like in 2018 or something like that. And it rained so much, like I fished one day, we caught some grayling, and it was done. Like the river rose, seemed like the river rose like 10 feet, and we had to move our camp onto the tundra, and it was a whole thing. We killed one caribou out of like 7 guys. It was quite the Alaska experience. But this one was not like that. It was actually really, from what the locals were telling us, they're like, we couldn't have hit a better week. 4th of July, we were out past the Spit in Homer, fishing for halibut and lingcod and rockfish. What a riot. It was a great time. Had some friends with us, and I caught a big old 37-inch lingcod. I was able to keep it.
Dude, I was close.
I guessed 38. Close. You said 38. Yeah. When you texted me, I was like, oh gosh, man, he's good at this. So that was cool. And then I had the experience of fishing for sockeye on the Kasilof River. It's about an hour. Man, I can't even get my directions right. Hour east of Homer. So that was interesting. I'd never flossed. It's a flossing method. I'm sure a lot of you know it, but you're just kind of snagging sockeye. So you have a bare hook and you're slinging it out. You just you let that, you have a 1/4 ounce weight and you drop it down to below your fly rod handle, just about a few inches below, and that's about the length you get. And you just kind of stand perpendicular, like parallel with the river, and you fling it out, let it float, and then you sweep it and pull it close to you like this, and then just repeat. And what you're doing is you're just dragging that line. They're coming up the river out of the ocean.
Yeah.
So they're kind of tired.
Right.
So their mouth is open like this all the time.
Yeah.
So you're just flossing that line right through their mouth and just hook. You're just setting. When you feel the pressure, you just sweep and hook them.
Yeah. So it's just like snagging.
It's like snagging. Yeah.
Wow.
But
That's
honest to
wild.
God, like I only snagged one fish on the dorsal.
Yeah.
And you got to let them go. But the almost every one of them was in the mouth.
Yeah.
And that's how it's kind of designed. So we limited it out an hour and a half. It was, 6 people, six fish a piece. We're just like, look like one of those tuna boats out there, out in Asia or something, where they're just doing this thing and flinging fish over. And
yeah.
it was cool. We had a pile of fish. It's a good
Yeah.
way to catch a bunch of fish. So
Yeah, when my dad used to live in Alaska, he would tell me that they don't, their whole mindset is just on spawning. They don't care about eating. So it's like,
they don't. Yeah.
you can't catch them with bait.
No.
You got to irritate them, or like they make this little buzzsaw thing that's kind of like an irritate, but it's mostly the same.
Yep.
Same concept.
Some guys were saying they use yarn. I don't know the concept behind it, but yeah, this was just like you're just pulling it right. You're just getting that line to where they swim into it and you trap them.
Yeah.
And when you go to sweep, you don't want to let it your line just go down.
Yeah.
Because he goes past the fish, and now it's pointless. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, sweep. And when you sweep, man, you're just ripping right through their mouth, and you hook them on the corner of the mouth, and it's cool. A fight though. They fight like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was a good time. It was we just stacked up fish and then had fun the rest of the time. Ate at some places. Went to the Salty Dog Bar, the infamous Salty Dog. Put up a $1 bill there with some choice words on it, and so it was pretty fun. So yeah.
I've heard that the 4th of July in Homer, Alaska, is quite the spectacle.
Well, it's funny because by the time it got dark, we were too tired to stay up to watch anything. But it was it doesn't get dark there till almost 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
About 2:30 in the morning.
I remember that from when we did a NATO mission in Estonia.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's like the same latitude as Anchorage. And I remember you just watch the sun and it gets like hazy. Because we were there in June, the whole month of June.
Oh,
right? So
yeah.
the longest time of the year. So it's like it gets a little hazy, it never gets dark, and then it's just light.
Yeah.
And then people are like, well, how do you sleep during that? It's like, honestly, you just sleep when you're tired. It's
Your
more
body,
naps.
Your
like,
body just shuts down.
yeah, I remember like staying awake, and it's like we'd go to the docks, we'd work, stay awake, go to the docks, work, and then it's like 4 p.m. I was tired, sleep, wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like your sleep schedule's all over the place, but it's kind of cool.
Well, that first day we went sockeye fishing. We went with our friends were friends with a guy that was there that established himself there years ago, and so we kind of had it in there. But we had to meet our guide basically at 2:30 in the morning, or sorry, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So we had to leave. It's an hour and a 20-minute drive from Homer, so we had to leave at like 1:30.
Oh yeah.
And it was weird because it was like light.
Yeah.
When we left, and then it got darker, and then by the time we got on the drift boat to get on the sea loft, it was getting light again at like 3:15.
Yeah.
So it was just that first day we came back smoked. Like
yeah.
we
Exhausted.
went, yeah, we were so just like discombobulated, and yeah. But the second day we went, we were a little more locked on. So yeah. But no, good times. I think next time I'm going to hit Juneau. Well, next time we're going moose hunting next September, so
Yeah.
I'll be moose hunting next September up there. But for fishing, I think we're going to hit Juneau, a place called Waterfall, I think, outside of Juneau. So that's where you have a chance to catch those big old 100-pound halibut and
Oh yeah.
what have you.
Yeah.
So, but no, good times. I'm ready to get scouting. Tonight my truck's getting loaded up with all the essentials and a bedroll and something a tarp to throw over me in case it rains. So
nice.
and start scouting in the morning. So,
Yeah. I've been scouting a couple times so far. I haven't found anything big yet. Pretty sure I saw a mountain lion take down a deer.
Oh wow!
A couple nights ago. I say that just because like I saw something from the frame move really fast, and then it got tangled up with something else.
Yeah.
But I'm also looking. It was 2.5 miles away,
yeah.
so it's like, who knows what it was?
Yeah.
It was something. It was moving, and ran around circles, kind of thing. So.
Huh.
I think that's what it was. I won't know until I hike up there and find a skull. But he's right where I've been chasing this really big buck for 2 years up there. And I've seen him 2 years in a row.
Nice.
It was the same spot that I've seen that big buck.
Oh man!
So I'm really hoping I was wrong and my eyes deceived me on that. But yeah, other than that, I haven't seen anything huge. There's a lot of big bucks out there. We're going to cover that in the next video. There's going to be a lot of 180 plus bucks hitting the dirt this year. I would bet money on that.
Yeah.
I would
Well,
bet.
Tooth data kind of backs that up too. So.
Yeah.
But,
Tooth data and trends.
Trends, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So there's going to be a lot of big bucks on the landscape this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's, I've already had friends and acquaintances bring me their phone at work and start showing me trail cam pictures, and and everybody's worried, and it's almost the end of July, so everybody's like, man, I gotta get this pulled, and so don't forget, in Nevada, August 1st, gotta have your stuff pulled.
Yep.
I'm kind of looking forward to Idaho. I have an Idaho elk tag, and you can leave them up all the time. So we're just now going to start setting up trail cams in Idaho. So so that'll be fun. We have a string of wallows and stuff that are tucked back in the woods a little bit where we put trail cameras up. So
I kind of like the way Nevada does it. I like that trail cam law because
me too. Yeah.
The problem with Nevada is like the water scarcity. Yep. And you'll go to a guzzler and you'll find 10, 15 trail cameras.
Back in the day, man.
Dude, and the problem that was happening was guys would be sitting water archery hunting, and some guy with a muzzleloader tag would come in and check his trail camera and ruin that dude's hunt. So I like the way Nevada does the trail cam thing. Yeah,
I do too. And I don't want to throw any outfitters under the bus or anything because I am one, but it's really made it honest.
Yeah.
You have to get out there, put the work in, sit on the ridge line, glass for your deer, your elk, whatever. And you may know that it's in that area because you got to see all the way up to August 1st, but now you got to maintain that. And that's, I think, I honestly saw the drop off in some of those guided outfitting, even I shouldn't call them civilians, but that comes to my mind.
Right.
But the normal person that doesn't have a guide or something. I seen that big buck drop off like right off the bat. Like you used to see those opening day, like a slew of opening day dingers.
Yeah.
Just get smoked. Like you're like opening day and you're at work chomping at the bit trying to get out to hunt. And there's already like 5 bucks over 190 killed, and you're like, gosh, dang it, man.
Yeah.
But now I saw a real dip in that when they made the law, and now it's like a week, maybe an opening day or here and there, but like it's made it fair. It's made it more fair. Yeah. Yeah. You can't argue with that. I mean, it's hunting. Yeah. Yeah. Technology's the thing we're gonna have to learn to deal with as we go. Either that or like people are getting better and they're hiring like pretty low wage labor. Yeah, sit out there. Just sit on some high school kids that want to be on YouTube or something like that. Don't move. Yeah. All right. Well, with that, let's get to the guessing game. Yeah, let's do it. So we're doing antelope. Well, we'll guess the deer and everything too. Oh, okay. We'll just do them all real quick. All right. You tell me where you want me to start. All right. I'm gonna sit behind the camera and just talk over it. Why don't we? This whitetail down here? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's start with the whitetail, just for funsies. Do you have tooth data for all these? Not all of them, but I'll let you know which ones. Okay. So let's start with that whitetail. I posted it. You have this whitetail?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You did post it.
Yeah.
didn't you?
What did I say it was?
Man, I forgot. Looking at him now and knowing whitetails for like 3 years, I've been a whitetail guy now. So he's probably 6. Just because he's got some little trash, but his brows aren't real big, but I don't know, 6?
Nope. 4.
That buck's 4?
4.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, let's go directly above him.
Are we doing scores? Did you tape any? No?
Yeah, well, he was 158. I don't have the scores marked for all of them yet. I haven't finished taping everything.
Okay. Gotcha.
This was the smallest of this age class that I got.
I might be cheating on this one.
Yeah,
But this is 5, right?
This is a Nevada buck. Nope, he's 4.
Oh, this one's 4 too?
Yeah, that's 4. He is the smallest 4-year-old that I got. He came out at 120. Let me check.
That is probably below average for a 4-year-old, for sure.
Yeah, 128. He was 128 and change. That is the smallest 4-year-old I got, which is still like, that's a pretty decent buck considering a 4-year-old is 70 to 90% of its potential. So, I mean, he was at peak maturity. He probably would have ended up somewhere in that 140 to 150 range.
Okay.
So let's go directly.
So he had a rough life. This one ate bitter brush forever.
Well, it's largely dependent upon the mother. So
really?
His mother was not the healthiest
The
of
stud
does.
doe. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to that guy.
This one?
Yeah.
This one's gotta be 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one's a
Just
2-year-old.
Yeah, just the cape. And one thing I like about you, Travis, you really match up cape size to the forms.
I try.
Yeah, so I mean it just tells the story, you know.
Yeah.
So 2?
2.
Really
Yeah.
not bad for a 2-year-old.
No, and I'm guessing he's probably in that. I haven't taped him, but I'm gonna guess he's in that 118, 115 range.
Yeah, something like that.
Probably somewhere in the 1-teens.
Okay, goats.
All right, let's
deer more?
see. Well, let's just go to this goat right there.
This one?
Yeah, why not? Let me see if I got an age for that.
And then look at the black.
Yeah, this one will throw you through a
I
loop.
want to say this buck's young, like 2.
He scored 64 and 3/8.
Yeah, 64
Yeah,
and 3/8.
he's 2 years old.
2? Yeah.
Yep.
Just got that sunk in, narrow.
Yeah. And for those of you who are watching, some of these mounts aren't completely finished. The finish work isn't done, so that's why some of them kind of look a little raggedy right now.
Yeah, this goes in stages. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
You get the detailed tools out later, and then you do them all.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
This one.
Let's
This
go
one?
to Big Hoss.
This one?
No. Big Hoss.
Oh, Big Hoss. I know this one personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good deal. I already know this one. This one's 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
5. I haven't put the tape to him yet, but I'm guessing.
Curious.
I'm guessing he's gonna be just looking, just because the back forks are a little on the weaker side. I'm guessing he's in that high 170s to high 180s range.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess he's probably around 185, 186.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like 183. I don't know. This extra stuff always throws me off.
Yeah, the extra stuff adds up, and he's
Yeah.
got a lot of extra stuff.
He's got a little bit of G1, so I mean,
Yeah.
but 5-year-old deer.
Yeah, and that's a Nevada buck.
And I would have thought this buck was like in the 7-year-old range.
Yeah,
You know, just because of the trash and the width and just big fronts and nice big old front long main beams. But
yeah.
5, that's impressive. So this deer had 4 more years under his belt if he lived.
Well,
Yeah.
3 before he starts going downhill.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the buck right
This
below
one?
him. Yeah, let me get a
I
shot
have
of him.
no idea on this one.
He's got some trash.
Short faced.
The downside with this buck is he sat in the freezer for a couple years, so he wasn't shot last year,
Oh, okay.
but he was shot only a handful of years ago.
Well, just his mass. I mean, he does carry some decent mass all the way up, so really good mass, really. 6? What do you think? Or what do you think? What do you know?
What do I know? Let me find it here. Yes, 6. Nailed it. 6. He
and that's
scored.
what you would expect to see out of a 6-year-old.
He scored 177 and change.
This buck is going to be in the 80s then. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool deer. Very cool deer.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. This one.
I don't have age data for that
Okay.
one. That one was just an old, complicated. This one here, he's a South Dakota buck.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll be fun anyway
So-
because of different regions.
Yeah.
So
South Dakota bucks are kind of baskety like that. They got that kind of curl around in the back look.
So this, do you have age data for this one?
Yep, sure do.
So I shot a buck in Colorado that was similar, and I think he was about 3 with these high backs and just not real heavy, but just 3. I'll go with 3. Final answer.
3, final answer. Let me see here.
This big back genetic, I think, is just kind of.
Bear with me a second. I got to go through my list.
It's all right. We can talk about coolness of deer. It's neat.
I'm looking at the wrong side of this paper. No wonder I didn't see his name.
They're so awesome. Deer are just so unique.
Yeah, 4. He was 4.
4, really?
4-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm going to guess he's probably in the 140s.
And he probably wouldn't have been much more,
Yeah,
you know?
140s. He probably would have been a 160 at peak maturity.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And that just goes to show you, not every buck gets big, everybody. So, I mean, that buck's not decent, but. Okay, which one now? This
let's
cool
do the
dropper?
drop time. I got to get on this side of you now.
This dropper. I honestly don't remember if you told me this age of this buck.
Nope. I kept that one a secret.
The cape, is this his cape?
No. So
Okay.
that the cape on that one got ruined, so that's a re-cape.
It's a pretty cape though.
Yeah, yeah. No, he knew that the cape was bad, so he brought a few extra.
So I'm gonna say this deer is 6.
That deer is 5 years old,
5.
and he
Okay.
scored 183.
Wow.
You know what? We might be wrong about Big Hoss. He might break 190.
He's big, dude.
He's pretty big. But I mean, this buck also has a 9-inch dropper. Oh, and
183.
hot tip. Remember how a while back you were talking about Central Nevada
Yes.
might pop out some of the biggest bucks coming?
Yeah.
Central Nevada buck.
Yeah. Yeah, I have some. I think tables are gonna turn from some of those PJ bucks.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
some of these desert bucks.
Let's jump straight left, center.
Right here?
Center stage, yeah. Let's look at this. This is where tooth data is really cool.
Original cape?
Yep, original cape. Shot during the rut. Or
3.
close.
I'm gonna say this buck's 3.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
That buck is 7 years old.
7.
7.
Holy crap. On downhill, you think?
No, they don't start going downhill until about 9 years old.
Just one of those, he's not a, he's
He just,
nice buck, but he's not a Charles Bronson. Or,
Yeah.
Whatever they call
Yeah.
whatever, Shaquille O'Neal.
yeah, he's just
He's a
one
Kevin
of those.
Hart. Maybe not as funny. but
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just one of those bucks that he was just never going to be more than what he is right there. And I'm guessing looking at him, he's probably like a 138 buck, maybe break 140.
Yeah, respectable.
But
Yeah.
a lot of deer are just never going to break that threshold.
No, that's cool. 7 years old.
7 years
That's
old.
interesting. I would
Yeah.
never guess that.
All right, let's
I'm
go.
glad you keep these secret from me.
Yeah, let's
And
go.
If you guys haven't noticed, he keeps some of the analytics. He keeps me in the dark a lot. I'm kind of like a mushroom.
Yeah, it's more fun when you don't know. All right, let's go up left.
Up left.
That buck.
Oh,
He's got a cool.
I know this buck personally too.
Yeah, you know that buck personally.
Yep, I saw him come.
He's
off
got
the
that
mountain.
cool little main beam sticker.
See, this buck I think is old. I think this buck's 7.
Yeah.
Final answer.
So we all thought this buck was old because this buck and Big Hoss over here kind of came out of the same area.
Yeah.
And this buck had a bigger body to him. That
Yes.
buck is only 4 years old.
This buck is 4?
That buck is 4.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, so he was going to grow into a stud.
Do you think, or do you think it would have just been like this troll?
No, I think he would have not. When I say stud, he probably would have made, 170, which to me is a stud.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think with his potential, where he's at now, because he's probably with the eye guards, the mass, especially the mass, he's probably 130 as a 4-year-old. So he's probably going to end up anywhere from, you say 145 all the way up to 180.
Yeah. We thought we were pulling this buck off the mountain, and we had killed another buck that day too. But our hunter killed this buck. I didn't look at teeth. I didn't anything. I was just looking at horns and how stubby he was, and I'm like, oh, he's an old deer. This is an old deer. But 4? Wow.
4.
I would have never guessed that. Huh.
All right, let's go straight down.
This dude. The good old standard 3x3.
Yeah.
This buck's 3, huh?
3x3x3.
3x3x3. Okay.
Yes, sir. That's a pretty impressive 3-year-old.
I love 3s. I love big 3s.
Dude,
they're cool.
The big 3s, like the 30-inch 3s.
Yeah, almost like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Big Hoss.
Yeah.
We don't have data for that joker.
No. All right, let me get a shot of this guy before you go guessing.
This is my Illinois buck from 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
So this velvet?
Yeah, let's do the velvet guy. I got a bunch of deer on the wall, so try and get a shot at him.
This buck it reminds me of like that right at the getting to that peak at that young age, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I think it's just because I'm an archery guy and I judge velvet deer different. But I think this buck's probably gonna be like 4.
Yep, 4 years old. So, and at a 4-year-old, they can be 70 to 90% of their full antler potential. So
I think this buck's on the 70, maybe less side.
So if he has his baseline potential, he's a 170 buck, which is huge for a 4-year-old because that means his baseline potential at full maturity is 187.
Yeah, with the statistics the way you're talking.
Yeah. So I mean, he was a 190 buck if he had reached full maturity.
Really pretty buck though. Super cool.
Which I mean is just
so
I
good.
mean,
You had to see bucks like that.
When you're talking the 4-year-old crop coming from last year.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay, we looking at goats?
Yeah, let me get a different angle here.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't have data for. Or yeah, I do. Let's do that guy tucked into the corner.
This guy?
Now
Up top?
Yeah, right there.
Dark.
Don't be fooled by the darkness.
Don't be fooled by the dark. They're kind of like feral cats, huh? They just get color.
Yeah. Don't be fooled by the darkness. That doesn't mean anything with age, I've come to learn.
Really? No kidding.
Yeah.
About burrs. What
Nope.
about bird up bottoms?
Nope.
No? Huh. I wouldn't give this buck more than 3.
He's 4.
He's 4. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go up left from him. That next antelope. That buck scored 70. This buck scores 67 up here.
This buck scored 70?
Yep.
No kidding. Just 'cause
70
it's long?
even.
Huh. I don't know. Is that his cape?
Yep.
Little gray on the chin. I'm gonna say he's 5.
Nope. He's 2.
He's 2.
Yeah. Well, in the chin, it has nothing to do with age. Like some of them will just rough up and lose hair.
Really?
Yeah. So he's not gray. He just lost hair off of his chin.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. Let's do.
2-year-old. Nice.
Let me see here. I think I have data on this guy down here.
This big heavy butt?
No, the other one tucked in the corner. Yeah, I do. This other one tucked down here in the corner.
Right.
Yeah, him. Would I say it scored 76?
Well, now that I can't rely on dark, I can't rely on gray chin hairs. Really, all I have to rely on is guessing, other than neck size or something.
All right, he scored 76 and change.
I say that he's 4.
He's 2.
That buck's 2 years old.
2 years old, 76 and change.
Holy cow.
I got a 2-year-old. The antelope's already gone home.
That's insane.
I got a 2-year-old that scored 80.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Wild, huh? All right.
Nevada's getting some, we're growing some big antelope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nevada's a bomber state for antelope.
I wonder how antelope, I've never gotten into how antelope get bigger with age, or is it
We're
just
going
a
to talk
lot?
about that in just a
Oh,
minute.
we are? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Let's
All
do that that antelope right here. Yeah, let's do him.
This one?
Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I don't think I have a tooth. I don't think I got a tooth from that guy. I think it was a skull cap rod in. Yeah, can't do that one. All right, let's do that one.
This one?
Yep.
Oh,
Original cape.
man, it's so hard. I'm honestly blown away by that 2-year-old. So, 3?
We'll find this in here.
Actually, I think this is like a 2-year-old right here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
scored 65 and change. That's a 2-year-old.
That's a 2-year-old.
So this is
2-year-old and a 2-year-old, 10-inch difference.
2-year-old, 10-inch difference.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So let's go to the
James and
Kevin
not
Hart?
LeBron James.
I know.
Not LeBron James.
Let's do this buck down here on the floor. The one that's going to be
This
a
one?
pack mount. Yeah.
Oh, I love big 3s. He's got bird up. I say that buck's 4 at least, huh?
That buck's 8 years old.
8 years old. Regressing, you think?
I don't think so. I think that's just what he was his
Just a
whole
big-
life.
Just a big 3.
And the reason I say that, all the deer that were born that year,
Yeah?
2016, all the bucks that were born that year that I've dealt with, they're all in that same 130 to 140, 150 category.
Wow.
All
That's a
of them.
good one to get out of the gene pool for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Oh,
probably...
he's pretty much there at 8 years
Yeah,
old.
he wasn't going to breed anymore, really, or try to. Wasn't
Yeah.
going to knock out very many more, but...
Yeah.
I wonder, there's a couple of units I'm curious about the 3-point genetic. There's going to be some dingers in a couple of these units I know of around here.
Yeah.
If they kept a 3-point,
Yeah. If they kept that frame.
Yeah.
All right, this buck right
Nobody
above
ever
him.
wants to shoot them. I don't know why.
I love big
I love them.
threes.
Give me 5 tags, I'll
Dude,
knock them all down.
Give me a 30-inch forky.
Yeah.
I don't have data on that buck right there.
Yeah.
So let's go. We'll go up top and then we'll finish in the center.
This one?
Yeah, that guy.
That looks young. But not too young. He's branching out. I say that's probably a 3-year-old, huh?
That is a 2-year-old.
That's a 2-year-old deer.
So he's a 2-year-old. And remember this guy over here. He was a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Which, for 2 years old,
Those are good bucks.
those are
too.
pretty impressive 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
Which means that 2-year-old crop is pretty impressive.
So that's going to be next year's bumper.
Hey, he's got 2 years. Yeah, not this year, but next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26 season.
Yeah. That'll be a good
Well, not
crop.
that one, but bucks that are that age class.
Yeah. All right, let's go buck up high in the middle. This is an Idaho buck.
Up high in the middle?
Yeah, not way up high.
Oh, this one
yeah.
right here.
Yeah, that one right there. This is an Idaho buck.
Man, Idaho bucks are different.
He scored about 155, I think. 153, somewhere in that ballpark.
If he grew to be that big in Idaho on a general unit, he's probably 5.
He's 6.
That buck's 6.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's a long life in Idaho.
Yeah. Yeah, Idaho General, that's a
Yeah,
long life.
Unless you're in the Frank Church or something. But yeah, where nobody gets to you. But Idaho General, that's a pretty good life for a deer.
Yeah. All right, let's finish it off with the most mass. This is probably the most massive deer that I've ever had in the shop. He had over 7 inches of mass
Wow.
at his bases and his second,
This
his
deer came
H2s.
from- Yeah.
So
I do not know the age of this deer. I think you told me earlier, but you told me so much, I forgot.
easy to forget.
Man, everybody says mass is the indicator of age. So I'm going to say this buck to me looks like a 7-year-old buck, 6 or 7. I'll go with 6.
That is a 4-year-old deer.
That's a 4-year-old?
Central Nevada.
Yeah, I know where this buck came from.
Yeah. So that's another thing, because I always heard that, mass comes with age. It's not true.
That's insane.
I mean, I shot a pencil horned buck that was a 7-year-old
Yeah.
a couple years ago, and that buck is the most massive deer I've ever worked on, and he's a 4-year-old.
Mass must come with hay.
Something.
That's cool. Super impressive mass on this deer.
Yeah.
Really cool. It was like a teenage girl that killed him, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah, a young girl. Yeah, it's cool. Very cool.
All right.
You said 4, right?
4.
Yeah.
That's an impressive 4-year-old.
Heck yeah.
All right, we got. Let's just knock out these couple elk. What do
Oh.
you think that elk went? How old do you think he was?
Oh, we did get some stuff on these elk?
Yeah, I got some age data on him.
This bull?
Yep,
Is it Nevada bull?
Nevada bull.
Probably 2.
That's a 3-year-old.
That's a 3-year-old?
That's a 3-year-old bull. That's a pretty big 3-year-old.
Yeah, it's pretty big 3. Just sometimes it seems like Nevada bulls, man, like they just get big quick.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they do. So 3, I mean, that's impressive for a 3.
Yeah.
That's like a real heavy timber Idaho 4 or 5-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You got this one?
Yeah, I got this one.
This dude's probably 4, huh? 5?
This guy's 5.
5?
Yep.
Yeah, starting to get out there with the 3rd length, and yeah, cool.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Let's do a little talk about antelope.
Yeah, tell me about antelope, because I have just with those ages you told me, a 2-year-old that goes 76 inches is insane to me. Absolutely crazy.
It's almost bedtime. I need my nightcap.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah, so lots of work done here, Trav. I want to take that deer out after maybe this weekend.
Yeah. I'm going to do the finish work on it next week, so
Cool.
that's when I normally tape them. So if you're around, come over, we'll tape them.
All right. Now
I was skeptical because of the back forks on it, but now it's like, yeah, he might.
He's got length everywhere.
His front forks are amazing, and then all that extra adds up.
He's got main beams. He's got decent mass too, right over
But I mean, I still, you kind of judge him off of the 183 buck here, and
the frame is similar,
that 183 buck,
but he's got
the
shorter
difference
backs.
is he's got the 9-inch dropper
Yep.
to account for.
And this thing's got 15 inches extra.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know how much bigger. He's got,
15
We're
inches
gonna have to
extra
take
and a longer G2. So,
Yeah, we'll have to tape him.
yeah, for sure.
All right. So what I've found with antelope, by and large, if you do your research and you read all these studies, with antelope, they can reach peak maturity at 3 years old.
Really?
Yeah. Antelope, by and large, past 6, you don't find a lot of 6+ antelope in a lot of states. Nevada is an exception for that. I will say that based on my data. There was a 2-year-old that came in that was 80 inches.
Wow.
And that's the biggest of that age class I've ever done. An 80-inch 2-year-old.
That's nuts.
So that's the top end of the 2-year-olds. I've done 2-year-olds that are 62 inches.
Yeah.
So you have this range from 62 all the way to 80. So that's a pretty big gap, right?
Yeah.
So when you get into 3, 4, and 5-year-olds with my data, they have a higher floor. So the smallest I've ever done of a 3, 4, or a 5-year-old is 70 inches. And then the biggest I've ever done of that age is 83
Yeah.
And this is just the past 2 years of collecting data. I only have 2 years worth of data.
Yeah.
So they seem to have a higher floor. So they're anywhere from 70 plus. Now, where it gets really tricky is when you get into the 6-year-olds. 6-year-olds and above, you open that gap back up. I've done a 6-year-old that was literally 60 inches.
Really?
And I've done 6-year-olds that are over 80.
Yeah.
7 years old, same story. 7-year-olds can be down at 60 inches all the way up to 80. This year, I got a 10-year-old antelope in.
What?
Yeah, that antelope has lived 2 lifetimes.
Wow.
10 years
old.
10 years old for an antelope is ancient.
And he was like 60 something inches?
Yeah, he was right around 70. He was right around 70.
That's
he
crazy.
didn't have much for prongs. He had good mass that carried.
Yeah.
But he was right around that 70 mark. He was a Euro. But
Well,
it's
we
just
don't give out a lot of tags for
yeah.
antelope here.
It's like 2 years old. To think that a 2-year-old is like already a mature buck.
Yeah.
Antelope. And then like 3, 4, and 5 seem to be that sweet spot. Past that, they're all over the place.
Huh.
So
Yeah, because a 2-year-old is 76. That's just insane.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Another thing that's crazy with antelope that I've found, head size is not related to age.
Really?
Yeah. I've done some where you pull the head off and they don't have like this big old pumpkin head on them, especially with Euros, because you can tell with Euros, it's like they don't have this big pumpkin head. They don't have like anything significant. And then they'll be 7 years old.
Wow.
And then you get this giant pumpkin headed buck and it's a 4-year-old.
Wow.
So
Because deer generally get larger skulls,
you'll
right?
get that Roman nose, you'll get
Yeah.
bumps forming above the eye,
Yep.
but not every deer is like that.
Right. Yeah.
That's also an interesting thing because that 7-year-old I shot a couple years ago that was a pencil horn, he didn't have the Roman nose or anything.
Nothing like that.
But I've had 6-year-olds and 5-year-olds come in that have that Roman nose, that have the bumps above their head or above their eyes. So it's like, okay,
Yeah, there's
that's
some
not
variance
a
there.
true determining factor either.
It seems like when you see them in the field, you just know, though.
Yeah, so you can definitely tell on body size for deer because it's like basically if this is their ass end and this is their shoulders, when they're young, they start looking like this.
Yeah.
And then as they age, that shoulder just gets bigger and that neck kind of just morphs into the head.
Yeah, they get that sway, a little bit of a sway.
Yeah,
a little
sway back,
straighter.
pot belly.
They almost look a little more square, rectangle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But antelope, they're all over the place because you always hear it's like, more black on the face means older. Nope.
That's
Not
funny
true.
because I always look for that. I'm like, oh, big black face. He's got to be old.
Yeah. They're pretty. They're prettier when
Yeah.
they have a big black face, but that's not an age determining factor. And what I've found with like antelope, like deer by and large, you have years where like 1 year produces standards for buck that are going to be within a range, right?
Okay,
So it's
that
like
makes sense.
the bucks that were born in 2016 are all within that 130 to 150 range.
Yeah, at a
You
certain age class.
All the bucks that were born in 2019, they're all within that 170 range all the way 200 plus,
Yeah,
and that's at maturity.
yeah.
So antelope are all over the place because this year
Yeah.
a 2-year-old that was
Could bust 80.
60 something,
Yeah.
and then 75 or 76,
Antelope
and
are
then
so
busted
fun.
80.
Antelope in Nevada are getting fun.
Yeah,
They're getting fun to look at.
and I did a Euro last year, and it had one tooth left in its head.
No way.
And I thought that antelope was old as sin because it was only like a 60-inch antelope.
Yeah.
That antelope was 6 years old. I've had antelope come in, like that 10-year-old antelope that came in. He
Full
had
set?
2 or 3 teeth left in his head.
Huh.
Which makes sense. He's 10 years old.
Yeah.
But I've had 7-year-olds come in. Teeth look perfect.
Really?
They're fine.
Huh.
I think that has a lot to do with like where they're eating because the 6-year-old that had one tooth, he was in that northern Washoe area where it's a lot of pea gravel and bud sage. Whereas like a lot of the 7-year-olds I get in, they're from this northern Nevada area, like the 14s or
Yeah.
the 7s where it's a lot of grassland.
Bunch of grass and
Yeah.
pivots. And,
So I think it has a lot to do with their diet. So just because the teeth are worn down doesn't mean it's old.
yeah.
So that's another.
And I've
another
seen
thing.
bucks that are primarily around like pivots, like in Diamond Valley, and
Yeah.
like those bucks are so pretty. They're like super vibrant, and their horns are black, and their face, like their coats are really nice. And then you go look at a buck that's living in the freaking Murdochs or something, and you're like, okay, you know, he's like dusty looking and really just kind of living.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not really that cool, but I mean, cool, but just not shiny and like he's, you know, but yeah, those. So there's a difference there where they're for sure where they're feeding at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my average age of antelope last year when I did my tooth data was 4.6. My average age for antelope this year was 3.6.
Yeah, that one brought your average down. There were these couple.
Yeah. But my average was 3.6 this year. So it was like, as a taxidermist and dealing with like by and large like trophy quality animals, I want my age class with this tooth data to be a half a year to a full year above average, like beginning maturity level. So like an antelope is mature at 3 years old, 3.5 to 4.5, that's perfect. That's fine.
Yeah.
That means I'm getting a good echelon of like what's out there.
Yep.
Deer is sad. My average age on deer last year and this year was 4.5.
That's probably right, huh?
Beginning maturity on a deer is 6 years old. So I'm a year and a half below maturity. So that means, you know, the age class, this is speculative because there's only 2 years worth of data to back this up.
Yeah.
It could mean that the age class isn't here yet in Nevada, that we've been over harvesting, or it could mean that those years 2016, 2017, where there weren't really like upper echelon type of bucks, where a mature buck was a 130-year-old, there could be a lot of people passing up those 130 and 140 class bucks,
but they're
because they don't think they're old, but they are.
Yeah.
You know, we saw it with that 8-year-old buck. He's a 130 class 3-point.
And now we're cycling back into this era of a 5-year-old pushing 190.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's, I mean, and that may be an anomaly.
Yeah.
Like
so
some of these bucks are anomalies, but I mean,
some of them are, but there's trends. So like last year, so the 5-year-olds from this past year, the year before were 4-year-olds, and all the 4-year-olds I got in the shop, most of them by and large were 140, 150 class bucks.
Yeah. So you can
and when you think about a 4-year-old only being 70 to 90% of its max potential, when you calculate it out and do the math, that means they're going to end up, you know, 170 plus type bucks. And this year, by and large, all the 5-year-olds were 170 plus type bucks.
Yeah. So you can pretty much trend it this year if your clients or if we're out there shooting 5-year-old, 6-year-old bucks, they're going to be, the majority of them will be busting that 160 to 180 range.
Yeah. So the 6-year-old mule deer that come in the shop this year, by and large, are going to be, you know, 170 and above.
Yeah.
Because a 5-year-old mule deer is 90 to 95% of its potential, which means, you know, you're really growing anywhere from 8 to 17 inches worth of horn.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of 180 bucks that are 6-year-olds. The 4-year-old crop last year was insane. We're talking about deer. We're going to dive real deep into deer in the next episode.
Yeah.
But the 4-year-old crop this year was absolutely bananas.
Insane.
I mean, we're talking 170 class bucks that are going to be 200-inch bucks.
That fuzzy horn buck right there.
Yeah.
4-year-old 170.
And he wasn't the only one.
No.
So.
No, you pulled. I remember those early ones you got that you've already busted out of the shop. But those were big bucks, and they were,
dude,
in that 4 or 5-year-old range.
There was a 183 buck that came in, and sometimes the tooth data they'll say it's like could be 4 and he could be 5. It depends on like the annuli ring, like how they measure it, because it's kind of like a tree ring, and there's like a skepticism, so they put a margin of error.
Okay.
But they said he could be 4. Like we think he's 4, but he's possibly 5. He was 183.
Wow.
And he had almost as much mass as that real massive buck.
Wow. No kidding.
Yeah, and then I mean there were a lot of 4-year-olds that were in that 160 to 170 class.
It's gonna be a fun year.
So
Looking forward to seeing what comes in.
If you got a deer tag this year, it's a great year to have one.
Hold out a little bit.
With antelope, what I've found over 2 years is there's not a lot of trends. It's the only thing that I can consistently say is consistent with antelope is 3, 4, and 5 have the highest floor.
Yeah.
2, there's a wide gap of what they're going to be, and after they hit 6 years old, there's a wide gap of what they're going to be because they can be on the downhill, they can be holding steady at that point.
Because I always thought those right at shorter in ears bucks are 1.5-year-old bucks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to see a short in ears buck and then a year later see a 76-inch buck,
yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Antelope mature real quick.
Yeah.
It's the one animal, like Nevada's kind of constrained on how they manage elk, but that could be changing real soon.
Yeah, I think it will. Yeah. Will.
I think they could do a better job, and I'm just nitpicking here, but I think they could do a better job on deer, even though it's the best job in all the western states. Like, they do better than all the other western states.
Yeah.
When it comes to antelope, I almost think they're a little too conservative with tag allocations on bucks.
There's a lot of antelope now.
When you start counting the number of 6+-year-old bucks I get in the shop, it accounts for like 20% of the antelope that I get in the shop.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like that's a pretty
We don't get out a
healthy
lot of antelope
population.
tags. It takes a resident.
Yeah.
Some of these guys I know are sitting on 9 points.
I'm
sitting
7.
on 5. Yeah, it's 5.
Well, and like this is probably the only western state when it comes to antelope that has a really good population of antelope, and in every unit you can find an 80-inch buck. Like
everywhere.
80 inches Boone Crockett. In
Yeah.
every unit in Nevada, there are multiple 80-inch bucks.
Yeah, and I don't know how many times I'm blowing through the desert and I'm like, oh my God, and you hit the brakes and you look and he bounds off and you don't see him again because you're not looking for antelope, you're looking for something else.
And it seems like
They're
every
80
year,
plus.
somebody's, check it out on Instagram. If you go to Nevada Record Book, I think it's Nevada_record_book. They'll post all the buckle winners from every year, the highest scoring antelope that people had scored. And it's like every year there's a 90.
86 to 90 in there.
There's usually every year there's a 90-inch antelope.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We're kind of becoming like, it's kind of a little secret maybe because
New Mexico
used to be that giant buck, antelope buck, and Wyoming has just kind of been like, yeah, you can shoot a lot of antelope, but nothing giant usually.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the thing a lot of people like New Mexico, yes, it has giant antelope, but that's in like 2 or 3 units, those are very coveted and they're managed for that trophy quality.
Yeah.
Like all the other antelope units, like you're probably not going to shoot anything big.
Nevada, comparatively, Nevada busts out a lot of good antelope.
I mean, realistically, with everything, like with deer, like general units in Utah for deer, like you're not going to find, or it's very rare to find really big bucks.
Yeah.
But Utah is known for Antelope Island, the Henry Mountains, the Paunsaugunt, which crank out 200-inch bucks every year.
Yeah.
Arizona is known for the Strip, right? But if you get into all the general units, all the easy to draw units, like you're hard pressed to find quality deer. In Nevada, you can find a 200-inch buck in every unit.
Yeah.
You can find an 80-inch antelope in every unit. You can find a 350 class bull in every unit.
Yeah, you really can.
So for trophy quality, Nevada's got all the other western states just smoked.
Yeah, it's just patience.
Yeah, you got to be patient. You got to wait for your tag, and then when you get your tag, you got to be willing to put in some time.
And on that note, stop shooting does.
Right. Stop shooting does.
Stop shooting does. let them get big.
I don't have a problem shooting like doe antelope or cow elk or even ewe sheep when populations are on the increase.
Yeah.
It's like I don't have a big problem with it.
Yeah.
But when the deer population has been falling off a cliff for 30 years and we were still shooting does up till 2 years ago, it's like,
I'd like to see,
Come on, guys.
you know how they did the big study in the data on how we can sustain a certain amount of elk in the state?
yeah.
There's probably something similar for deer, but I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, well, and that's, Indow definitely needs to get better at their marketing because they do some amazing things that people just don't
I know
hear
there's
about.
a few podcasts that just came out, but I haven't listened to them.
Yeah.
yet.
Nevada does some amazing things, but their marketing is just not there.
I'd like to see with the deer, like what they feel like we can sustain here.
Well, and it's tough because like you got the feral horse impact, you got the pinyon juniper encroachment, which is
they're
like
doing it. They're really doing a good job of cleaning up. I heard.
Yep.
Over in Area 7, they're doing some stripping right now.
They just did a lot of stripping there.
Yeah.
RMEF actually put the bill for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
But like the pinyon juniper encroachment, so we got horses, huge problem. Pinyon juniper encroachment, huge problem. A lot of people think, oh, Nevada needs more trees. No, this landscape was not meant for trees.
Yeah.
There's no feed in those trees for deer, so it just chokes off all the feed. So that brings your carrying capacity down. The big wildfires when cheatgrass overtakes it.
Yep.
All that stuff, like deer don't eat cheatgrass.
No.
They need bitter brush. They need sage. They need the
It's not even really good winter ground. Like
it's terrible winter ground for deer because 60% of a deer's diet is sagebrush during the winter.
Yeah. They eat
so when a
sagebrush.
fire rips all that sagebrush out and turns it to cheatgrass, there's no food.
Yeah, there's no food. So, and then we mentioned all the big game stuff, but like birds, like sage grouse.
Yeah.
Sage. I mean, the trees.
Trees
I'm really glad to see what they're doing with the trees.
Yeah.
And not just for selfishness of building good deer habitat and elk habitat, but
it's just what the habitat in Nevada was like historically. It's what it was. Like you factor in 100 years of fire suppression and then the invasive species of cheatgrass.
Yeah.
So what happens? That cheatgrass overtakes all that burn, and then that fire cycle is like 4 or 5 years for cheatgrass. So then you have a big grass fire that just reburns it.
You get another rip.
Yeah. So.
But the reseeding efforts have been really good. I've seen that working in the northeastern or northwestern part of Area 6. Like that reseeding they did over there was pretty incredible.
Yeah, the reseeding they did up in 081 after the Goose Creek fire or the Grouse Creek fire.
I heard there's a fire burning out there right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, Murdoch just burned up 12,000 acres.
Yeah. There's a few fires going on, but so be responsible if you're out there. Like, don't park on the grass.
Murdoch is one of those ones where they need to go in and masticate all those trees because that stuff is thick.
Yeah, super thick.
And like that's just prone to a 12,000 acre fire.
Yeah, and it'd go up quick. So
yeah,
but yeah, when the summer comes to a wind down, like we'll probably go through the fire stuff.
Yeah.
And talk about how fires help and how they hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they do help in some areas, but.
Dude, at the top of the mountains, like if the top end of the rubies were to burn, that would be the best thing for deer quality habitat.
Yeah.
Is if all that burned because cheatgrass can't grow, and then all that new vegetation, all that's just prime nutrition for deer.
Yeah.
So anyway, talking about antelope tooth data. There's not really any correlation between years they were born. The maturity is 3 years old, but you can still have an 80-inch goat at 2 years old.
Yeah.
Once they get past 6, they're all over the board.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of stuff you can not a lot you can gather from antelope tooth data.
Yeah. I guess it's a wild card, man. Just find the big horned ones and shoot them.
Yeah, find the big horned ones and shoot them.
I'm still looking on first come, first serve, man. I want an archery 6'7", 6'8" tag pretty bad. So
dude, I got my antelope tag.
I know. You got a good one too.
I am of the mindset that I'm going to hold out and wait for that trophy buck. And because I'm in that mindset, I know one's going to walk across the road at first light, and I'm going to end up be driving, and it's good enough.
You're going to will it.
My hunt's going to be over in 15
You're
minutes.
You're going to will it. Yeah.
I'm going to see some 83-inch stud just hop across the road and be like, yeah, he'll do.
I keep on looking on first come, first serve. Man, there's a lot less antelope tags than last year that people took, so.
They'll pop up they'll be popping up in the next week or so.
Yeah, right before August 1st. Huh?
Yeah, right
Yeah.
before August. I don't want to tell people the secrets on how to get.
Oh yeah, sorry, so sorry. But yeah, no. Just get out there. I guess kind of to wind this down.
Yeah.
Age, does it matter? Does it not matter? You've seen it. I mean, it can and it can't.
Yeah.
For the most part, it is.
Yeah.
For the most part, it is.
When we dive into deer and elk, different story entirely.
Yeah.
Antelope, all over the board. 2 years,
Fun big
and
buck.
antelope's pretty mature.
Put him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
He
say.
might be skinny in the shoulder and in the meat area, or he might be fatty. I don't
Yeah.
know. You never know.
If I had to guess, I would say an antelope is 90% of its potential at 2 years old.
Wow, that's crazy.
Just
Yeah.
based off of the data, that's what my guess would be.
Cool. And we'll just keep on gathering it. So
Yeah.
yeah. Cool. All right. Well, happy scouting, hunting, getting ready for the seasons to come up, and
Yeah.
we'll see you in probably a week
Yeah.
and a half or so.
Yeah, we'll probably do them a little more consistent now.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Right on. Thank you, everybody.